In this video, I'm going to transform Minecraft mobs into Squid Game characters once again. In the last video, I created these 5 models, and you guys absolutely loved it. So much so that many of you suggested that I should make Thanos, Officer Squid, the frontman from Season 2, the doll, and also another surprise character that you'll find out at the end of this video. And guess what? You guys asked for this one a lot. So first up, we're going to create Thanos. And the mob that I'm going to transform into Thanos is going to be the Enderman. Why? Well, just like Thanos, the Enderman is super tall, has a purplish color, and teleports, and let's be honest, he's one of the most annoying mobs in Minecraft. Just like Thanos annoys everyone in Squid Game. Alright, I've got the Enderman right here, and the first thing we're going to do is erase everything. Yep, literally everything, because I'm actually going to use the Gihun model that I made in the last video. So first things first, let's remove the number 456 and replace it with 230, just like this. I'll also do the same thing on the back of his suit. Now the next step is to shrink his eyes and add some really big dark circles around them, just like this. That alone is already making him look super intense. Next, I'll grab these stressed out eyebrows and make them even more exaggerated by adding a darker outline around them. Now, I'm going to erase his current face, but before we continue, let's jump into Photoshop real quick, because I want to do something very important. I'm going to select the skin color of Thanos and slightly reduce the opacity to make it lighter so that we can get a shade that's even closer to Thanos' actual skin tone. Now, let's add some pixels in this area to create his signature facial structure. Since Thanos has really exaggerated features, we need to add 2 more pixels up here, and now it's starting to look like that famous Thanos face. Alright, now it's time to completely remove his hair, because obviously Thanos is bald. I'll select a deep purple color and paint over everything, basically making this the base for his bald head. Next, I'm going to fill in this entire section, because he wears a fully closed jumpsuit. I'll grab a darker shade and outline certain areas, just to add some more depth and details. Then, I'll shrink this part down and move it over here, so that it looks like his hood. I'll also grab a slightly darker color and use it to create a clasp in the middle, which will be part of his uniform's design. It's already starting to really look like Thanos now. To make him even more accurate, I'll add a few extra details on the side, and then I'll duplicate them multiple times. And just like that, Thanos is officially complete. For his animations, his walking motion stays the same as Gihun's, but when he's standing still, he kind of fidgets around because in the series, he never seems to stay still. And for his attack animation, he actually shoves you backward. Oh wow, look at that, that's terrifying. He even has the same abilities as an Enderman, see? He just picked up a block and oh man, his arms just won't stop moving. Alright, let's test something out. If I drop him into the water, just like an Enderman, he instantly teleports away. Come back here, Thanos, and check this out. If Thanos spots another mob that could be a threat to him, he'll chase after it and teleport right next to it. Ha ha ha, look at that. He's using the same teleporting abilities as the Enderman, but also has the power to push enemies back. Imagine playing Squid Game, and suddenly Thanos teleports behind you and just shoves you all the way back to the starting line. Now that would be pure evil. Alright, Thanos is officially complete. Now let's take him over to his area, and for his final score, I know the video just started, but I'm giving him a solid 10 out of 10. His face turned out perfectly, and now that he's done, we're ready to move on to the next transformation. And the next one on our list is the Masked Officer. In the last video, we already made the circle, the square, and the triangle, so this time, it's going to be much easier to transform him. To get started, I'll build a nether portal, because the mob I'm going to use for the Masked Officer is the Piglin. He's already pretty strong, and on top of that, he wields a sword, which makes him the perfect candidate for this role. Alright, let's jump into the program and start transforming him. I'm already here in the program with the Piglin, and just like before, I'm going to erase his entire body, because we're transforming him into a guard. First, I'm going to paint his entire outfit black, and now that that's done, I'm going to erase this little section here. For the gray areas, I'll grab a red color and start painting over them, including his belt and the middle section of his outfit. I'll also add red details on the front, the left side, and the back. And now, the Piglin has officially transformed into the Masked Guard, and just like in the game, he rushes straight at you. Oh no, the brute Piglin is coming too. Run. Alright, let's head back to the normal world. I've already managed to bring some Piglins over here, so now that the Masked Guard is in place, I'm going to build a structure for him to live in. For this, I'm going to recreate this specific area, where all the guards monitor the games and where the players stand. To do this, I've set aside this space, and now I'm going to cover the entire floor with this block. Next, I'll build a wall here, and then another on this side, and one more on this side as well. Now I'll create an elevated area right here. With that done, I'm going to fill in the entire intersection with black, so that it matches the look of the actual monitoring room. To make it even more realistic, I'm going to place structures that resemble the players, and then I'll remove a few of them to make it look like eliminated players. Now, I'll grab a computer and place it around here like this. I'll also add another computer right here, just to decorate the space a little more. I've also placed some guards, and now the area is starting to look really fun. Next, I'll use this axe to select this area, and then I'll move it back by 1 block. I'm also going to do the same thing over here. Now I'll select this entire area, and I'm going to fill it with glass so that it creates a panel where the guards watch the game. Over here, I'll add a platform where the players stand. I'll also make a space for a doorway, and I'll use black glass to create a door right around here. Now that that's done, I'll place the piglin inside, and he's free to roam. So this is how he turned out. For the environment, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. And for the piglin himself, I'll also give him a 7 out of 10, because even though he looks great, he's essentially just a red guard but with a black outfit. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Now that we've finished the officer, another character that you guys requested a lot is player 001 from Season 2. In the last video, I already made this version of him, which is the normal frontman. But now, you guys want me to turn him into a player. So, this was the room I originally made for the frontman, but since I updated my game to version 1.201 so I could make better videos for you guys, the entire room unfortunately got destroyed. But it's fine because I already made the frontman, so all I need to do now is remove his mask and create a better version of him. Let's get started on this transformation. This is the version of the frontman that I currently have, so to create his new look, I'm going to duplicate his mask and place it in his hand. But I'll explain why I'm doing this in just a second. Right now, I have Gihun here again, and what I'm going to do is change his number to 001. Now, I need to make him look a lot more like the frontman, so the first thing I'll do is remove his stressed out eyebrows. For his eyes, I won't make them in the usual Minecraft style. I want to change it up a bit. Instead, I'll shape them like this, which I think will make him look even more like the frontman. To add to his intense look, I'll place a white reflection on both eyes, and then I'll slightly shrink his eyes to make him look more serious. Now I'll lower the opacity and add some dark circles, since these characters always have deep eye bags. In Season 2, the frontman cuts his hair to make himself look more like Gihun's friend, so that they can recognize each other. To match this, I'm going to erase this part of his hair, adjust it a bit, and finalize the cut like this. I'll also leave a few strands falling forward, so it looks more realistic. Next, I'll adjust his facial expression, giving him a harsher, more serious look. I'll also add a slight double chin, which will make him look even more like player 001 from Season 2. Since he's the leader, his outfit is a bit more refined, so I'm going to completely close his jumpsuit and darken the color just like I did with Thanos. I'll also add a zipper here so his outfit looks fully sealed up. Now, I'll make his eyebrows darker, since he doesn't have the same aging expression that Gihun has. To fix that, I'll remove some of these lines, but I'll also add a few subtle darker details so that he still has a wrinkled, aged expression, like crow's feet or similar fine lines. And now, the final version of player 001 is complete. But we're not done yet. Now that he's finished, I'm going to bring him over here. Now I'll erase his hands and position him like this, so that his face fits inside the mask. Next, I'll animate everything and show you how it looks in Minecraft, because I came up with a really cool idea for him. So here he is. This is the normal frontman, but if I reload my texture pack and press a specific button, he'll do this. He takes off his mask. Now you can clearly see that 001 is the frontman. Dude, this turned out so cool, the mask even rests on his shoulder. I am the frontman. Ha ha ha, this is awesome. Unfortunately though, since this whole structure here got messed up and even caught on fire, I have no choice but to erase everything. I worked so hard on this room, but goodbye, it's all for the greater good. Alright, I deleted everything, so now I'm just going to fill the area back in with grass. Since the room is gone, there's not much else I can do, so I'm just going to close everything up. Now I'll head over to the player's room where I, unfortunately, have to erase this whole section. I'm also going to seal off the bed area because I'm going to place a glass wall where the frontman can stand and observe. This room needs to be very dark, so I'll start by building up the walls like this. It's going to be pretty simple, but I'll close everything off. Now, I'll grab the darkest glass I can find and build a tall glass wall like this. From the outside, you can barely even tell that it's there. This is looking so good. But I do need to place some torches on the floor because way too many mobs are spawning in here. Look at this, a zombie is trying to play Squid Game. No way, buddy, you're not invited. Oh no, one of the players is trying to escape. Get back here, Gihun, you need to win the game. Alright, now that everything is set up, the frontman can stay up there and observe the entire game from a distance. He honestly turned out amazing. For this version, I'm giving him a 10 out of 10, just like Thanos, because he looks really good. I love how this turned out. Here we have his unmasked version, and over here we have the masked one. And look at this, he's even taller than Gihun. Alright, let's move on to the next one. And next up, we're going to create the new French fry doll. This is another character you guys suggested a lot since he briefly appears in one of the final trailers. So now, I'm going to bring him to life in Minecraft. For this transformation, I'm going to turn him into… Wait, where is he? Come on, show up already. Seriously, I searched for him and now he doesn't want to appear. Okay, I just need one more spawn egg. There we go, now he should show up. Here he comes, the big guy himself. I'm going to turn him into the Warden. Let's jump into the program and get started because this is going to be really cool. So the Warden transformation is going to be similar to what we did before. I'm going to erase some parts of him because I'll be using elements from another character we made earlier, the green light, red light doll. The first thing I'll do is shrink his arms since he's wearing long sleeves. So let's adjust them like this and bring them closer. Now, I'll erase this part and shorten it down here, then I'll stretch the legs to match his new proportions. Next, I'll paint this whole area black and remove the hair buns from the doll that's looking about right. Now, I'm going to add a white stripe down the middle, just like this. One on this side, another on the back, and one more over here. Now, I'll add a small detail here and do the same thing at the bottom. For this area here, I'll paint everything green, and this part will be white, just like that. Since he's a male character, men usually have more prominent noses, so I'll make his nose stick out more and finish the back part of it. Next, I'll remove this mouth and replace it with a Minecraft-style mouth, like this. There we go. And since he's a male character, that also makes a big difference in how he looks. For the eyes, I'll add this white section, and now I'll place his eyebrows right here. Next, I'll add a small detail lower down, just like this. Now, he's really starting to look like the character. I'll select a green color and add it here to create his shorts. Now, I'll duplicate a cube, move it down, and place it here. This part, I'll paint beige. Now, I'm going to add some texture details. All right, details added. To finish it off, I'll place a white cube on top to make it look like his hat. And now, he's officially done. The Warden is now a brand new character, straight from Squid Game Season 3. Let's test him out to see how strong he is. Oh my god. Oh no, here he comes. Stay calm, stay quiet. Let's spawn in some NPCs for him to attack. All right, NPCs, make some noise. Ah! Yep. He's just as powerful as the Warden. I tried hitting him, but just like green light, red light, he's way too strong. So for this Warden version, I'm going to rate him a 9 out of 10. Height looks really good, but not quite perfect. That's the only reason I'm not giving him a 10 out of 10. What do you guys think? Does he deserve a 10? For me, he's missing just a little bit of detail. Now, I won't be making a special habitat for him because I still don't know what his minigame will be in the actual Squid Game, but if I knew, I definitely would have built one. All right, let's move on to the last one on our list. And now that we've finished this transformation, the final characters we're gonna make are the VIPs. Honestly, I didn't want to make them. Just look at how detailed they are. This is going to be so hard to recreate in Minecraft. But since so many of you requested it, I'm going to do it anyway. Also, don't forget to comment below which characters should be in part 3. So, to create the VIPs, we need a Minecraft mob that represents luxury. And of course, the perfect choice is the Piglins. Think about it. They're obsessed with gold just like the VIPs in Squid Game. Look at this. They run straight for the gold just like the VIPs do in the show. So now, let's jump into the program and start transforming them. To make the VIP, I'm going to start with the salesman. First, I'll erase his hair just like this. I'll also remove his stressed out eyebrows and move his eyes up a little so they fit inside the mask. Now, I'll adjust the mouth and erase this extra detail here. For the VIP I'm making, he has a bit of a beard, so I'll add that here. Now, I'll paint this section to create that gold scarf-looking thing they wear. All right, now we need to start adding the mask. So I'll add a new cube, move it up here, and position it like this. Now, I'll paint it yellow and push it forward a bit. For more detail, I'll create a shape that covers the whole face, just like this. Now I'll duplicate another cube, place it here, shrink it down, and position it on the side to create a small detail. This is for that tiger mask look. Now I'll duplicate this piece, move it the other side, and create a smaller part for the back. We'll make a nose piece like this. Did it again, and a 3D detail to the mask. To fit off, I'll take a new cube here, rotate and shape it into the tiger's ear. Now add some extra details to make it look even more like a tiger, and when that's done, I'll show you guys the final result. And done. Piglins have become the VIPs, chasing after gold just like the real VIPs in Squid Game. Now let's grab one of these VIPs so we can build their habitat. The VIP room looks like a theater. It has a dark atmosphere, a viewing area for watching the games, and of course this is where the VIPs sit on their sofas. So, to create this, I'll grab gray blocks and build a wall like this. I'll take blue blocks and place them around here. This is where the VIP sofas will go. Next, I'll add orange blocks and create a palace-like structure. Now I'll fill in the middle, place a sofa here in this color, a blue sofa here, and a red sofa over here. Now, let's add a TV, and I'll make it a bit bigger so the VIPs can watch the game properly. Behind it, there's a special decoration, kind of like artificial trees, so I'll add some details to resemble that. I'll do the same thing on the other side. Now, I'll take some red candles and place them around like this, and over here too. Finally, I'll grab an orange lamp, place it right here, and the VIP room is complete. Now, let's spawn in some piglins. Welcome to your VIP area, and the rating for this build? A perfect 10 out of 10. Honestly, this turned out the best in the entire video, and for the VIPs themselves, I'll also give them a 10 out of 10. I think this was the perfect way to finish things off. So, that's it. Make sure to comment which characters should be in Part 3, and thanks for watching.